Hey everyone. In a world that's just constantly pulling us in a million different directions, how do we actually find focus, purpose? Well, today we're going to crack open an ancient code. It's a set of 10 really powerful rules that have been a guide for people for centuries. So let's just dive right in.
I mean, this is the big question, isn't it? It's something we're all trying to figure out. But what if the answer isn't about adding more apps, more goals, more stress? What if it's about simplifying? What if there's a clear, time-tested blueprint for how to structure our lives?
And well, here it is. This is that blueprint. It comes from an ancient text, and it lays out 10 principles for a life that is both disciplined and, truly meaningful. Now, I know the script there might look a little intense, but don't worry, we're going to break down every single piece. The most important thing to know is that it's all built on two really simple ideas. So this breaks it down perfectly. The entire code really comes down to these two pillars. On one side, you've got the vows. These are all about what to restrain. You can think of them as the foundational don'ts. And on the other side, you have the observances. These are the things you actively work on, the constructive do's. See how that works? It's this awesome balance of clearing out the negative and building up the positive. All right, so let's start with the don'ts. These are the 5 foundational vows. I love this analogy. Think of it like getting a garden ready. Before you can plant anything that's going to grow, you've got to pull out the weeds, right? Get rid of the rocks. That's exactly what these vows do. They clear the ground so you have space to grow. First up, and this one is huge, is ahimsa. It means nonviolence. But you can immediately see how deep this code goes. Because it's not just talking about physical stuff. It means nonviolence in your thoughts, in your words, and that goes for how you treat others, and just as importantly, how you treat yourself. Okay, next we have asteya, not stealing. Sounds pretty straightforward, right? Don't steal things. But again, it's way deeper. We're talking about not stealing someone's time, their ideas, or taking credit for their work. It's really about having this fundamental respect for what belongs to other people. Now, brahmacharya, this one is all about the mindful use of your energy. The traditional translation can be pretty strict, sometimes meaning celibacy. But the bigger idea, the one that really applies to all of us, is about not just wasting our vital energy on things that don't really matter. The goal is to channel that energy towards something higher, something more meaningful to you. Then there's aparigraha. This is basically non-greed or non-possession. Just think about it for a second. Imagine the freedom of letting go of that constant need to have more stuff, more everything. It's about realizing your worth has absolutely nothing to do with what you own. And the last of the vows, the don'ts, is tyaga, or renunciation. This is a game changer. It's all about detaching from the results of what you do. You still do your absolute best work. You put in all the effort, but you let go of needing a specific outcome, a specific reward or praise. And man, that's where you find a real freedom from anxiety. All right, so we've cleared the ground with those 5 vows. The don'ts are covered. Now it's time to build. It's time for the do's. These are the 5 daily observances, the habits you actually practice to build the structure of that disciplined life we're talking about. First on the do list is shaucha, which means purity. And this one has 2 parts, which is really cool. There's the external purity, keeping your body, your space, your home clean. But then there's the internal purity, actively keeping your mind clear of toxic stuff like jealousy or resentment. Next is akrodha, the absence of anger. And pay close attention to the wording here. It's not the suppression of anger, which is totally different. It's the active cultivation of a calm, peaceful mind. It's about training yourself to respond to challenges with composure instead of just reacting with rage. Then we have Guru Seva, service to the teacher. Now, in a modern context, you can think of this as humility. It's about always having a beginner's mind. It's the practice of respecting wisdom wherever you find it, being open to learning from anyone, and really honoring the people who guide you. This next one, mitahara, is super practical. It's all about moderation in diet, or literally light food. And the idea is just so simple and true. What you eat has a direct impact on your mental clarity and your energy. Eating light and eating well keeps your mind sharp and your body ready to go. And last but definitely not least, we have swadhyaya, which is daily self-study. This is the commitment you make to yourself to learn and reflect every single day.
And it doesn't have to be anything super formal. It could be reading important texts, sure, but it could also be journaling or studying any subject that just gets you excited and expands your mind. The point is continuous growth. So, you see how it all fits together? It's just perfect. The vows, all the don'ts, they clear the path of all the junk that gets in our way. And then the observances, the do's, they're what you use to actually build the road forward. They're two sides of the exact same coin, and together they create this amazing, complete system for personal growth.
Okay, so I know what you might be thinking. This all sounds great if you're a monk living on a mountain. But what about my life, my job, my family, my crazy schedule? And that's the key right there. It's not about being perfect. It's about practice. So let's look at a few super simple ways you can bring this into your day, like right now.
And look how easy this can be to start. You want to practice self-study? Just read one page of an inspiring book. Seriously, that's it. Want to try nonviolence? Go online and leave one genuinely kind and positive comment for somebody. Purity? Just tidy one small corner of your desk. These seem tiny, I know, but these are the micro actions that build up to massive macro-level change.
And that's it. That's the code. 10 principles. 5 things you practice letting go of, and 5 things you practice bringing into your life. Together, they give you this complete, totally balanced framework for building a life with more focus, more discipline, and, more of that profound inner peace.
So, I want to leave you with this question. Just take a look at the whole list. All 10 principles. Which one of them just kind of jumps out at you? Which one resonates with where you are right now? Because whatever that one is, that might be the perfect place for you to start.